picking the playoff games. And yes, the Miami Dolphins are one of them. What is up, football fans? Wild Card 2022 playing in 2023. 2022 Wild Card season 2023. I don't know what I'm going to name it or title it. We'll see. But we're picking the wild card. I'm going to do this every week. We'll pick the wild card, the divisional round, the conference round, and then the Super Bowl. And we'll pick all that good stuff. And I got a comment of the day. You know, it's hard when things are coming at you fast to sit down and find a comment of the day, but I do see and appreciate all your comments, the goods, the bads, the negatives, calling me names, being supportive, all that stuff. And I got a very good comment of the day that's kind of coinciding with what's happening right now. So we're getting back to comment of the day, and I'm going to try my best to do it at least every other video. Like if I got breaking news or if the video is, really big, like the previews, it's hard to fit a comment of the day in there. But with this video, we'll go to a comment of the day. But let's jump into this Mamma Jam. And let's start with Saturday's game at 4:30. Seattle heading to San Fran, take on the 49ers. 49ers are given 10. We'll talk about the spread and, if you're betting and this, and that. But San Fran's given 10. This is going to be a very interesting game. Brock Purdy still doing his thing like a chicken wing. Seattle coming in there. They got very lucky that, they got lucky. I'm like, what was their playoff scenario? They got very lucky that Detroit came out and actually played very well against the Green Bay Packers, because Green Bay won, they would in, and this would be Green Bay versus San Fran. It's going to be interesting. I'm going with San Fran. Now, if I'm going versus the spread, I would actually go with Seattle. I think this will be a closer game than a 10-point spread. But I think San Fran's defense is good enough to win this game and help them and the Brock Purdy, with Ayuk and Debo and Christian McCaffrey and Kittle. That's why, Purdy's doing really well. Plus, they have a very good offensive line. I'm not going to talk too much about the Dolphins' offensive line and all that stuff, because that's in the year in review or, the review or, whatever of the season. But Brock Purdy's actually doing pretty well. So I'm going with the 49ers, but I'm going Seattle with the spread. Given 10 is a lot. Next one we have, this is going to be a good game. I think all of these playoff games are going to be good ones. You got the Chargers heading to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. I'm happy Jacksonville won the division. I'm happy to see Trevor Lawrence have a bounce back year from his freshman year where he played pretty bad. Justin Herbert and the Chargers, Staley kind of messed up having them play week 18. They don't know if they have Williams available for the game. Bosa got banged up a little bit. Herbert, they're lucky he didn't get banged up. The Chargers only giving 1. And this is you just go straight up pick on this one. I'm going to go Jaguars in this one. I really like how hot the Jaguars are right now. Peterson is really helping them like they did the Eagles, get them hot. I actually wanted Peterson as the Dolphins head coach. There were some names ahead of Mike McDaniel on my list, but I am happy with Mike McDaniel so far. But Doug Peterson doing pretty well down there, so I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I'm going to go with the home team. Back-to-back home team picks for me. Next, we have my game, or our game, Dolphins heading to Buffalo, 1 o'clock game. Now, initially, I tried to make this video Tuesday night going into Wednesday. So you would have saw it Wednesday at 10. Baby woke up. She did not let me put her down. I was up till like 6 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't make the video. But at the time of making the video, the Dolphins were 9.5 underdogs, right? Buffalo was giving 9.5. Now that we found out that Tua is not playing, so we found out yesterday Tua is not playing, they are now 13 points. The Buffalo Bills are giving 13 points. Now, if I'm a betting man, I'm probably going to go with Miami. I'm not going to go too far into this because tomorrow we're doing the preview on the video. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 10-point game. Dolphins lose by 10. So, again, that 13 is a pretty big number, especially for a divisional rival. But this is going to be an interesting game. Again, I'm not going to pick it quite yet. I'll pick it tomorrow, but obviously, everyone and their mother's picking Buffalo, especially with the Dolphins running with Skylar Thompson and all the injuries that we're dealing with. But it's going to be interesting. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Let's jump to the next game. and that is the Giants taking on the Vikings, a Christmas Eve rematch. Vikings had to pull that one off with a very long field goal. It was like 61-yarder. Giants rested all their starters last week and actually was very competitive against Philly while resting all their starters. I think that's very interesting there. This is going to be a very close game. Minnesota's giving 3. They're the home team. That's kind of the quintessential of what they're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants won this game, especially because it's prime time and especially because Kirk Cousins plays horrible in the national television light. I'm going Giants. Giant fans, I'm going with the Giants in this one. I'm gonna have you. This is gonna be the first upset that I have is the Giants. I have the Giants winning this one. I'm feeling good about this. They played very good and very close on Christmas Eve. Screw it. Entertainer, that one's for you. I'm picking the Giants to beat Minnesota and you guys to go to the next round of the playoffs. Then we have the Baltimore Ravens heading to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Literally, this game just happened. Last week, it was the same exact game. Not hearing good things about Lamar Jackson. He still hasn't practiced. I don't know if he goes. That being the case, Cincinnati at this point is given 7.5. It might go up or it might have gone down, but I'm going Cincinnati. And when I initially recorded this, I did not know if Lamar is playing or not, or I didn't know if Lamar was practicing or not. But since it doesn't look good of him practicing, and if it doesn't look good of him practicing, he might not play. I'm going Cincinnati in this one. I think they're riding a really hot hand as well. So Cincinnati and that one. And then we have the Dallas Cowboys heading to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Dallas is actually giving 2.5. Tampa Bay being the underdogs at home. Their defense is banged up. They're 8-9. But the Cowboys, I don't think they've ever beaten Tom Brady on the road. I think that's the stat in the playoffs. And the Cowboys just, on paper, right? You're picking this game, right? You look at it, you look at the teams, you look at the defensive stats, the offensive stats, you look at how they're playing, even though Dak Prescott with that horrible pick 6 against the Commanders last week. You just look at the two teams. I'm picking the Cowboys, right? Because the Cowboys have a better defense. Their offense is going, especially with Pollard doing really well. CeeDee Lamb, all that stuff. I'm picking the Cowboys. But then you look at Tom Brady in the playoffs, the Cowboys in the playoffs. It's like, there's a reason it's only 2.5 points. But I'm still going to go Cowboys. This is probably going to bite me in the butt. Good thing I'm not really betting on it, but I'm going to go Cowboys Monday night. So far, I got the 49ers, the Jaguars. I'll tell you about Dolphins, Bills tomorrow. Giants, Bengals, Cowboys. So I have 3 home teams winning, 2 away teams, and you'll find out about the Dolphins and the Bills tomorrow. But comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If I picked 4 against your team, if you agree or disagree. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Some people think, hey, I think Chargers will beat Jaguars. It's a very possibility. Vikings beating Giants, that's a very big possibility. I'm just using my noggin and then picking what I think I know. So be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm going to get to comment of the day. This comment comes from Trevor. And he says, comment of the day, we keep thinking the negative about Thompson and our chances of winning Sunday. However, what happens if Thompson lights it up and we end up going to the second round? Who would you start at that point? The player with playoff experience and a win, or Tua? It's a very, very good comment. Now, I don't know what's going on with Tua, right? I don't know. The NFL obviously puts these protocols and these situations in place, right? And concussions are different for different players. Like, we can look at Pickett and be like, oh, he had a concussion, he was good, like less than 24 hours. Or, A.J. Dillon, concussion, he literally, before he got on the plane to go home, he was good, all that stuff. But the NFL puts these guidelines in and say, okay, he could start doing this. Okay, he could start doing that, and all that stuff. Now, if Skyler comes in and we beat Buffalo, first off, be the greatest day of my life, because the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since 2001. So if he can come in and do that, greatest day. And if he can keep doing it, all of a sudden, I don't think we have a problem. I think we found our quarterback. Kind of like a Tom Brady situation. I'm not saying Skyler is Tom Brady, but the situations kind of coincide where Drew Bledsoe goes down, Tom Brady comes in, all of a sudden he starts winning, Drew Bledsoe goes, and then they have their quarterback. I'd love for that to happen. I'd love for Skyler to be that guy. But you gotta ride the hot hand at that point. You know, you got to ride the hot hand. You got to stick with Skyler. So if Skyler comes in, he does well and wins, and then Tua is good to go, but Skyler played really well, and we beat Buffalo in a playoff game, you got to stick with Skyler. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. That's my thoughts. You got to stick with a hot hand. You got to stick with Skyler. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow in the preview. Then I'll see you Sunday, because Saturday I'm going to be with my dad's family. I'll see you Sunday for the game. And we win, fantastic, right? I think we go to face Kansas City and Kansas City if the Dolphins end up winning. If we win, fantastic. If not, I have so many videos planned for you guys. Like, you have no idea. We're going to preview we're going to review the season. We're going to review the coach. We're going to review the quarterback, the offense, the defense. I'm going to talk about the cap space. We're going to talk about the 2023 opponents. I'm going to talk about who should be cut, who should be resigned, the cap space, draft picks, how to make the team better, areas of needs. Guys, I swear. And all of those things aren't in one video. That's how many videos. I don't stop. During the season, I think I pump out a minimum of 6 videos a week for you guys. In the off season, you get a minimum of 4. So you might think to yourself, look, there's nothing to really talk about with the Dolphins. I don't take a day off. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys tomorrow with the preview of the Dolphins in Buffalo, Wild Card round. But like usual, stay classy and fins up.